Today, I wanted to talk about why you should adopt a millionaire mindset and behave like the 1% when you get an influx of income, whether that be big or small. Hi there, my name's Mariana. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So, firstly, I want to caveat this by saying that I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial professional. This is just what I am doing. And the reason that I wanted to do this video is that because March for me is bonus month and also pay rise month. And in Australia, if you haven't yet lodged your tax return, this is the last month that you have to do so. So you may have an influx of money coming your way and you're already starting to think about how you're going to spend it. So I do my tax really soon after the end of financial year. So that for me has passed. I did that last year. But March is pay rise month for where I work and also bonus month. And this isn't to brag that I get a pay rise or a bonus. I am extremely aware how blessed that I am that my workplace does pass on the CPI increase, which just quietly was less than last year. But it is still an additional income that I didn't have before, and it's also bonus month, also less than last year, because it's not just based on my performance, it's also based on company performance. So even though I achieved the same ranking as I did last year, because the company that I work for didn't perform as well, means that I got less of a bonus, but I still got a bonus. Now, in previous years, if I'd ever had any additional income coming my way, so before I'd even received the money into my bank account, I had already mentally spent that money. So this year, and I think last year is when I started this, when I set myself some financial goals. I mean, look, in all honesty, as soon as I got my letter this year, I was already mentally spending it. And on crap that I didn't actually need. But when the money hit my account, I knew that I was going to do things differently this time. And how was I going to do that? And I've had this on my vision board for a while, is adopting a millionaire mindset. I'm not saying that I got a huge bonus or a huge pay increase, but I did get something. How was I going to manage that to make it work for me? And these are steps that you can also incorporate to help that any influx of additional funds work for you. So what I did was, basically, once I knew what my bonus was and knew what my tax was going to be out of that bonus, because you know the government have got to get their share, I took what was remaining, what was going to hit my account, and divided it up into a couple of different ways. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't spend on fun stuff. Of course you should. What's the point of working if you can't do fun stuff with the money that you've worked so hard to earn? However, think about it strategically and be really mindful and conscious of how you're going to spend that money. So instead of using all that bonus as just fun money, I divided it up into a couple of different ways. Now, one of my financial goals is to pay off my mortgage by the time that I'm 50. I also want to increase the money that I have in my superannuation and also increase the amount of contributions that I'm making towards investments. Now, I know that a lot of people are a bit funny about the stock market at the moment, and rightly so, but now is actually, as far as I'm concerned, a really good time to start investing or to continue investing. Don't just panic and pull your money out of the stock market, because history has proven that there are always dips, but we always recover, and sometimes recover better than before. So if you are currently investing, don't panic. This is historically, it will continue to happen. So continue to make your investments. So what I did was I basically sat down, divided up the money, and I have put some straight onto my home loan to help reduce the interest that I'm paying. That will help me achieve the goal of paying my mortgage by the time I'm 50. I also took a portion of that money and put it straight into my investment account and started dividing it up towards my different investments. Now I use Perla as my investment account, and I will link that below if you're interested in having a look at it. And I've just divvied up the money between different accounts. And if you want me to go into a little bit more detail into about how I invest my money and that sort of stuff, please just drop me a comment. I'm happy to do a video about it. Again, I'm not an expert. I've just read a lot about it, and I recently did a course on understanding ETFs, which has really helped me, which is exchange traded funds and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm happy to make a video about that as well. And then I left a small amount of things to do with my fund money. But when I stopped to consider about what I considered to do with my fund money, there are a couple of things on my wish list that have been there for a while. So I've decided that I can use the money towards that. But until I'm ready to actually make my couple of purchases, I have put that in high interest savings account, which I do through Ubank. I'll also link that below. And then when I'm ready, I can go and purchase those small things. So for me, it was, I actually want a Kobo e-reader, and I also used some of the money towards my European trip to do a couple of extra tours and experiences, as opposed to just buying random crap to bring into my home. As well as using my fund money for fun stuff, the other thing that I use some of that fund money for is to make some donations. I know that any sort of increase in income or influx of money is a blessing to me, so I think that should be shared. I generally will donate to places like Animal Welfare League or Southern Koala Rescue, because I like to donate towards animal charities. But you know, you can contribute or whatever you like to whatever charity you like, but I think it's always important to be thankful for the money that we get and to share it with those in need. The other thing that I wanted to do with my fund money was to buy a new coffee machine. Now I have an espresso machine at the moment. The pods have gotten so expensive. I'm not convinced by the quality of the coffee. I know that they are a convenient machine, but it just, to me, it's not worth it anymore. So instead of rushing out and, you know, throwing down $1,000 towards a new coffee machine, I decided that I will gift it to myself for Christmas. I know the coffee machine that I want. I know how much it costs. So basically I reverse engineered that. How much am I going to be needing to save every month for the next 9 months so I can purchase that coffee machine, and hopefully I get it on sale as well. And then in my high interest account, I can just automatically have that money go in there every month. And it allows me just as well to take a step back and pause before going and spending $1,000 on something. That delay in gratification has really helped me to keep more money in my account for longer, because I find that if I go, yep, I want that, but I'm going to wait a couple of weeks or, you know, however long it is, and give myself that break between wanting it and actually buying it, sometimes I never even actually buy it. And that's a win for me. I can just leave that money in my account and it just works better for me towards my financial goals. So that's something that you can also consider. So I really encourage you, instead of, and if you're a spender like I was, I'm a recovering shopaholic, by the way, it can be difficult. You know, you get this influx of money and your mind automatically goes to online shopping and Kmart and Target and what designer bag that you're going to buy. But again, I'm not saying don't do those things. I'm just saying don't spend your whole pay on that, or your whole bonus or tax return on that. Really consider about what your financial goals are before spending that sort of influx of money. Now, as far as my pay increase went, again, previously I would have just allowed it to drop into my account and treated it as part of my monthly pay and not given it a second thought and then become victim to lifestyle creep. And I didn't want that to happen again, because to me, I would just be wasting that money on other things. So what I did was, in addition to putting a lump sum, a once-off lump sum payment into my super as an additional contribution, I then decided that the pay rise that I'm going to get, instead of letting that just hit my account as usual, I was going to contribute what I was getting every month as that pay rise and contribute that also towards my super pre-tax. So basically, my monthly pay, even though I got a pay rise, I'm not going to be bringing home any additional money. So that does help me to avoid that lifestyle creep. It is already being automatically direct debited out of my account straight into my super, and works towards achieving that financial goal of increasing my super contributions. I just wanted to get it out of my head and share it with you in case you do have a bonus coming your way, or it is your pay increase time, or if you haven't submitted your tax return yet and you're about to do it and you're waiting for that tax return to come in. It just gives you something to think about. And I understand with the high cost of living at the moment, you may need that money to work for you every month and go towards household expenses. But if you can really keep your belt tight and manage on the income that you're already bringing home, and then contributing any bonus or tax return or pay increase that you're getting towards something that will help your financial future, I encourage you to think about that. So in previous videos, which I will also link, I've talked about expense tracking and working out your budget, what your money is doing currently every month or every week, or however often it is that you get paid. So you can go back and watch those. I've tried to simplify it as much as possible. As a normal person on a single income trying to pay a mortgage, I understand that money is tight. Honestly, it is so hard. It's easy to go to the supermarket and just come back with one bag full of shopping and go, I've just spent $100 and have not much to show for it. So anyway, I hope that this little short video helped you rethink additional income and gave you a couple of ideas of what you can do to help your financial future. If this video helped you in any way, please drop me a comment. Do you have any idea about what you're going to do with any bonus or increased income or the tax return that you're expecting? I'd love to hear what your ideas are. Please drop me a comment. And you might think, how is this relevant to millionaire mindset or behaving like the 1%? Well, I will bet my bonus that millionaires aren't spending their money on random crap. They are investing, they are paying down their debt, and they're making their money work for them. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but do the sensible thing with your money. Like any influx of money, pay down your debt, pay off your credit card, utilize that money and make it work for you, as opposed to just bringing stuff into your house that you don't really need and cluttering up your space. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it does help to push my videos out to more amazing people like yourselves. Anyway, that's it from me for today. And until the next one, I hope you all have a fabulous day. Bye.